Hi, I'm Jonas, and today we'll be demonstrating the prototype of our HR management system that is being designed for our client. First, we'll briefly discuss the client's background and the issues they face. Then, we'll examine our proposed solution, progress, and demonstrate the prototype in action. Finally, we'll take a look at the project challenges and evaluation methods. Firstly, the client's background and current issues. Our client, Evergreen Way Education Center, is a tutoring center that teaches students from kindergarten to secondary school. The two main services are divided between subject lessons, such as Chinese, English, and mathematics, and homework guidance. Our client also provides niche lessons, such as summer school exam preparation and school interview boot camps. Each class is usually limited to 6 students to better facilitate learning. Now, our client's issues. Firstly, the course assignment process is inefficient. When a course is unassigned, the managers must ask the part-time staff individually to fill in working time slots, which is time-consuming. Moreover, the lack of a system means that the process is prone to human error, as some part-time staff may be neglected and forgotten. Managers also cannot react quickly to teacher absences and find replacements. Secondly, there are no centralized channels of communication. Currently, the client is limited to using informal communication, such as phone calls or WhatsApp. As such, the likelihood of miscommunication increases because of an information bottleneck. Only a few people can use the company WhatsApp or phone at a time to contact parents, students, or teachers. Finally, the client cannot track and evaluate the performance of the staff. For example, a common method of staff evaluation is to examine their students' performances over time and whether there are any significantly positive changes in their marks after the tutoring. However, our client does not currently possess these capabilities. Now, I'll pass on the time to Maze, who will talk more about the objectives and specifications.
Thank you, Jonas. Now, I am going to talk about the objective of this project. We would like to develop a website for the tutoring center to help them better manage their part-time staff. First, the website aims to save time by automatically allocating a teaching time slot to a suitable staff member according to their availability record. Second, the website aims to facilitate communication between the manager and part-time staff. There will be an internal chat room for discussion and communication regarding the applied duty or time slot. Third, the website is expected to enable staff performance assessment. The part-time staff may be required to report their work summary to the manager through the chat room so that the manager can know more about the teaching progress from the staff and ask questions. Fourth, the website serves to smoothen the preparation flow before the tutoring session. The class schedule displays the details of lessons, including the date and content. First, all the staff can better get prepared, like printing the notes in advance. Fifth, the website aims to track and record students' movement in between classes. At the same time, it will ensure the number of students do not exceed the quota in each session. In order to create an online platform to facilitate all the aforementioned goals, we have a system of 3-tier architecture. The first tier is the web browser on the client side. For the second tier, we subscribe to Google Cloud Platform services for the use of their App Engine server. Server of the second tier will serve the first tier clients, while the third tier consists of application and the database. The application layer includes Google Cloud API and mail service. The data layer includes Google Cloud Firebase and file system. Server of the third tier will serve the second tier server. In terms of developmental languages, we use JavaScript for front-end web design, Node.js for back-end development. Now, I will pass the time to Jack to talk about the prototype.
Now let's take a look at the prototype product of our project. We will first start from talking about login and landing page functionalities. First of all, you type in the website URL as hrmanv2.appspot.com. The website will prompt you to enter your Google account credentials. In this demo, we will be using a system administrator's account for showing all functionalities. This would also be the only login method to enter our system. Apart from admin, we also have staff accounts with different accessing privileges. Our landing page is showing the personal schedule of the staff teacher. In this case, we are showing all courses because the user is an admin. There will be explanations and demonstrations made at the admin view class timetable page later on in the presentation, which is located under the View My Schedule tab. Our next demonstration covers the personal information of the staff member. From the Personal Info tab, we can see from the top of the page basic information of the staff, including name, preferred name, staff type, etc. Next, we will be looking at the Teaching Capability Matrix. In this checkbox matrix, the user can check each box that he or she is capable of teaching. For example, if the staff member is capable of teaching P5 and P6 maths, and S1, S2, and S3 English, he or she may check the boxes accordingly. Finally, click Submit Changes to store the updated information on the server. Since our client company hires both permanent staff as well as part-time staff teachers, declaration of his or her monthly schedule is crucial to the manager or admin. We provided Availability tab to let the user declare his or her availability in near future. The availability is weekly based. By clicking the weekday, starting time, and ending time, the user may specify the time slots they are available to teach in that week or more. The user may add more available time slots in a week, or delete a time slot if the user changes his or her mind. By clicking the Submit button, all availability of the staff will be synchronized to the server. I'll pass the time to Gigi for more.
Thank you, Jack. Now, I would like to introduce the remaining functions we have included in our current prototype version of the system. To view all the courses systematically, we have arranged them into a calendar interface. As shown here, the staff user can view a schedule that includes all of the existing classes from the View Class Timetable page. The user can view the calendar on a monthly, weekly, or in a list format. By clicking into the classes, the user can view the detailed information of the class, including the course code, course name, teacher's name, time duration, students involved, and the level of the class. As for the admin user, he or she can enter a page called Course Management, which consists of a calendar that includes all classes and allows the admin to edit the teacher responsible for a particular class, add new courses, and delete existing courses. When viewing the class details, the admin user can choose from a list of staff users to teach the particular class according to their capabilities for teaching certain levels and subjects. To add a new course, the admin user can submit a form on this page with the required information, including course code, course name, course level, subject, course date, and time duration, on which weekdays will there be lessons, and whether it is a regular course or a summer course. After clicking Submit, the information in the form will be sent to the database on the server. To view the exact class event of the new course on the schedule, the admin user can go to the Add Course Date page, select from the existing course code, input the date of the class, and enter the student's ID involved. After submission, the class will be updated in the class schedule. The admin user can also delete a course by selecting the course code from a list of existing courses. After submission, the chosen course will be removed from the course database on the server. This brings us to the end of our live demonstration session, and I'll pass the time to Sylvia.
Next, I will talk about our deviations to the original schedule. According to our original plan, we should have finished implementing the chat room and mail service. However, due to technical difficulty, both functions are delayed to the next sprint. Also, we originally planned to use Google Cloud Database, which is a relational database. However, we switched to Firebase instead, which is a document-based database to make the development process more flexible. Next, I'll talk about the challenges we have faced during our development process. The first obstacle is the confusion of front-end behavior and design. An example is that we originally used list field to display all schedules for individual users. However, at a later stage, we discovered that it should be in calendar field, as seen in the prototype. The second thing is that we discovered that the use of NoSQL database has made normalization almost impossible because it does not store the relationships between tables, resulting in undesirable effects such as duplication of tuples and update anomaly. Another thing is that back-end functions are not fully utilized by the front-end team due to miscommunication. Next, I will talk about our future schedule. The next major thing we're going to do is to develop the chat room in our system. We'll also add a filtering function to enhance user experience. Besides, we'll alter the field according to user identity, which means the admin page should only be seen by the admin. We have planned to design an algorithm to automatically assign staff to courses. The user can also manually assign staff, which we have demonstrated in the prototype. We are also going to implement the mail service function, in which the system will send emails to the users when the course schedule has changed. Now I'll pass the time to Martin to talk about the testing and evaluation of our system.
Thank you, Sylvia. So let me move on to talk about unit testing and evaluation, which will be done when the system implementation is almost completed. To test our front-end implementation, we'll perform a JavaScript unit test because our front-end system is written in jQuery. And unit testing framework is provided along with the jQuery library, so we will use that given framework to do all our front-end testing. For the backend system, we have built several API endpoints for the web application to interact with the web server. To ensure all operations can be done properly, we'll use some Node.js testing frameworks to verify the response from the server and check the code coverage. For the database testing, we will not use any testing frameworks as Firebase doesn't come with any tools for doing unit tests. We'll test the database operations using normal, abnormal, and extreme use cases manually. After the completion of all unit tests, we will proceed to the end-to-end testing. It simply means we will test the flow of an application from start to finish to see if everything works as expected. Once we have completed all the testing, we will meet up with our client, the Evergreen Way Education Center, to report our progress and invite them to perform user acceptance tests on our final product. They will check the system against the requirements that we have discussed in the previous meeting. If there is any mismatch, we'll iterate the waterfall process again to add or modify the functionalities in the system. We have basically covered everything we have done in the past 2 months and what we are going to do in the upcoming month. And here comes to the end of our prototype demonstration. Thank you for your time and stay tuned for our final product.